The question has hung over Sam Heughan's life like a shadow that refuses to fade. Why has he never married? For millions of fans, the thought feels almost impossible to grasp. He is strikingly handsome, wildly successful, celebrated across the globe, and cherished as the very embodiment of romance through his legendary role as Jamie Fraser in Outlander. On screen, he personifies passion, loyalty, and enduring love, the dream husband every viewer longs for. Yet in real life, as the years pass, Sam Heughan remains unmarried, leaving fans in a cycle of endless speculation. The mystery only deepens with time. In interview after interview, the inevitable question slips in: do you see marriage in your future? And Sam's response never changes. A small smile, a playful laugh, a gentle deflection that offers no clarity. Never a direct yes, never a definitive no. Just silence so carefully measured it sparks more rumors than it extinguishes. And speculation is what the public craves. Over the years, Sam has been romantically linked to models, actresses, and women who appear briefly in photos before disappearing from the narrative. Paparazzi shots capture him dining or traveling with companions, but the stories dissolve as quickly as they surface. Nothing confirmed, nothing enduring, never close to marriage. The strongest force behind the curiosity has always been the Outlander fandom. Since 2014, audiences have been captivated by Sam's undeniable on-screen connection with Katrina Balfe. Their chemistry was so powerful that fans insisted it couldn't be just acting. Online communities bloomed, dedicated to proving they were secretly together, even after Katrina married Tony McGill. For these die-hard fans, Sam's bachelorhood wasn't a coincidence. It was proof, evidence that he was waiting for Katrina, or that something in his private life was more complicated than anyone imagined. The tabloids happily poured fuel on the fire. Headlines shouted of secret weddings, hidden romances, and mystery lovers. None offered facts, only fragments of gossip, but always enough to keep the intrigue alive. His unmarried status grew into more than just a personal detail. It became a scandal of its own, a mystery too profitable to resist. Yet behind the glamour and magazine covers, whispers began to surface of a different truth. Friends hinted that Sam wasn't indifferent to marriage, he was torn by it. They described a man under enormous pressure, playing a role that demanded he embody the perfect husband to millions, while in reality struggling with relationships that never aligned with that ideal. The burden of being Jamie Fraser is immense. Jamie is not merely a character, but a cultural symbol of eternal devotion. Fans project their desires onto Sam, expecting him to be Jamie in real life. Every rumor, every pause, every date is measured against that impossible standard. How could any relationship endure such scrutiny? How could any woman step into his life without being compared to Claire, the fictional wife who already owns the hearts of millions? This divide, the adored fantasy on screen versus the solitary reality off screen, lies at the core of the mystery. Is Sam too focused on his career, unwilling to trade opportunities for stability? Is he scarred by private heartbreaks, relationships broken under the weight of fame? Or does the answer lie even deeper, rooted not in Hollywood, but in his own past? Because as fans speculated and the media spun its tales, one voice remained silent, the voice of someone who knows Sam better than anyone, his mother, Chrissie Heughan. For years she stayed away from the spotlight, living quietly as an artist while her son's fame exploded worldwide. But recently, whispers claimed Chrissie finally spoke out, revealing a painful truth from Sam's past that might explain his lifelong hesitance toward marriage. If true, then the reason Sam has never married has nothing to do with Hollywood or Katrina or tabloid gossip. It stems from something far more personal, a scar from childhood that even success cannot erase. When Chrissie finally addressed it, it wasn't on a red carpet or at a press junket. It happened quietly during an interview about her artwork in Scotland. As the conversation drifted toward her son's extraordinary career, the journalist asked the inevitable question, why has Sam never married? Chrissie's answer stunned those who heard it. With a steady but sorrowful voice, she revealed, Sam grew up without a father. It was just him, his brother, and me. He never had that model of a lasting marriage at home. He learned early that love can be fleeting, that people sometimes leave. That pain doesn't vanish when you grow, it follows you. The revelation tore away the curtain. Suddenly, Sam's carefully guarded privacy made sense. Behind the charisma and the confident smile was a boy who grew up without a father figure, watching his mother fight to keep life together. That absence left a mark so deep that as an adult, Sam carried a fear of repeating history. He's not afraid of love, Chrissie continued. But he is afraid of what comes after. Commitment, marriage, those promises weigh heavily on him because he never saw them kept. He doesn't want to hurt anyone the way he was hurt as a child. And so, he holds back. Her words reframed everything. Sam wasn't a man avoiding marriage out of disinterest, but someone shaped by the fragility of relationships. Fans who once believed he was too career-driven, or secretly waiting for the right person, now saw a different story, a man protecting himself and others from heartbreak he feared was inevitable. The emotional force of Chrissie's confession hit the fandom like a wave. Social media filled with tears, empathy, and newfound understanding. Many admitted they finally grasped why Sam dodged personal questions with practiced charm. Some felt guilt, realizing that their relentless speculation might have reopened wounds he tried to keep hidden. But as always, the tabloids seized on the confession, twisting it into headlines, haunted by father's absence. Why Sam Heughan can't commit. What Chrissie had offered in honesty became fodder for endless debate. Critics accused her of exposing her son too openly. Others praised her for revealing the human truth behind the star. Yet darker voices reignited old rumors about his sexuality, about secret lives, ironically fueling new speculation instead of quieting it. Still, Chrissie's words resonated deeply. Fans rewatched old interviews, hearing his silences and laughter in a new light. That evasiveness wasn't arrogance or mystery, it was self-protection. His bachelorhood wasn't selfishness, but fear. Fear of history repeating itself. Her confession also revealed her own resilience, raising 2 boys alone, struggling but determined to give them a chance. She spoke of how Sam's ambition wasn't just hunger for success, it was born from a desire to create stability he never had as a child. Everything he's built, he built from nothing, she said. But sometimes, when you build alone, you don't let anyone too close, in case it all falls apart. The image was heartbreaking, a boy who grew into a man adored by millions, yet still captive to the fear of abandonment planted in childhood. Fame, wealth, admiration, none of it erased that wound. And in that wound lay the answer to the question fans had asked for years. The truth, as Chrissie revealed, was painfully simple. What stops Sam Heughan from marrying isn't a lack of love or opportunity. It is the shadow of loss, the memory of broken promises before he was old enough to understand them. That scar has shaped his choices, his silences, and the public mystery of his life. As Chrissie's words spread, fans were left with a sobering realization. The fairy tale romance they demanded from Sam might never exist, not because he doesn't want it, but because he has spent a lifetime fearing the cost of losing it. And so, the myth of Sam Heughan, the perfect husband on screen, the eternal bachelor off it, suddenly became more tragic, more human. It was not the story of scandal, but of survival. A reminder that even the brightest stars carry shadows. Because sometimes, the greatest barrier to love isn't the absence of it, but the fear of watching it disappear. And so, the story of Sam Heughan remains unfinished. Perhaps one day he will find the courage to step beyond the shadow of his past, or perhaps he will continue to guard his heart, choosing freedom over promises he fears he cannot keep. Only time will reveal whether the eternal bachelor will rewrite his own narrative, or if the mystery of his private life will remain one of Hollywood's most enduring questions. For now, the world can only watch, wonder, and wait. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to my channel. Your support is my biggest motivation to keep creating even more exciting and engaging videos for you. Hit the notification bell so you never miss an update. There's always something new and thrilling on the way.